YouTube, what's going on? Hey, this video right here is for people who are looking to get into the healthcare industry, or people who don't know what industry, or kind of looking for direction in life. As you can know and as you can see, you know, I work in the healthcare industry. I work at one of the top hospitals in Houston, Texas. And so I wanted to come on and just kind of give you some knowledge and some of the things that helped me get in the career that I'm in. I didn't always start off where I'm at right now in my current position. Right now, I work with patients with heart failure. I'm a cardiovascular technician. And so I got this job years ago, but I came in the hospital as a patient escort. So for those who don't know what a patient escort is, it's basically where you are transporting patients from, you know, their room to the procedure areas to discharging them, going home. You're just a transporter. That's the other name for it. You're a transporter. And it's a, you know, kind of an entry-level job. It doesn't pay a lot. When I say it doesn't pay a lot, it doesn't pay a lot. It's normally a job with somebody who just getting out of school. When I say school, maybe high school or something like that. Or, like I said previously in the intro of the video, people who are looking to get their intro into healthcare. And sometimes people look for that one job that they, you know, dream to get. But at times, that it comes with taking maybe something that you don't desire, or the job that's not, you know, the popular one. It may take taking that transporter job, or, you know, cleaning job, or some type of assistance, something that, you know, you just did not prepare for or think that was going to happen. But with these jobs, there's different experiences that you gain. There's different knowledge that you gain. And so I'm just telling you how my story went when I got into the hospital and became a patient escort. For one, my stepmom, she worked in healthcare, and so she knew some people. And so they got me in. Mind you, I'm coming off of working on roofs for construction, like laying tar. Hard work. Like, if you never did it, hard work. All right. And so when I got into the hospital, I was very relieved. I was very happy, because I went from being outside in the heat of sun to being inside AC and, you know, just a more cool environment. Now, of course, there are two different industries. So healthcare, like I've said in previous videos, you have to care to be in healthcare. In any department you in, if you don't care about people, then you don't need to work in healthcare, because each department has a role. Each department is important in their own way. And so I'm coming in, you know, green, not knowing anything, and just kind of learning, for one, my job, but then getting exposed to different departments that I had no idea. When the term hospital came to mind in regards to careers, I only thought of a couple things, you know, doctor, nurse, like physical therapy, and that's really it. I didn't really have a broad knowledge on all the departments that were available to people in the hospital. And so transportation gave me that exposure. Like, transportation, because we had to be all around the hospital, we had to get patients from everywhere and, you know the hospital. We were like the people to go to if you want to map out or tell somebody, hey, where's the cafeteria, or where's the ICU, or, you know, where's the neuro floor. We knew it, you know. And so knowing all that and going to these units and meeting people and talking to, you know, all these different people in departments, I had no idea that these things even existed. As I got into better relationships with these people, I started learning that some of these departments, you didn't need like a 4-year degree or a master's degree or anything like that. You know, some of them was just 2-year programs, some of them was 1-year programs, some of them was just take a class and take the test and train, or train you on the job. And so I'm like, well, wow. So with that knowledge, that gives you options. You get to see, okay, where will my skill set or my characteristic fit best? And what do I want to do? You know, do I want to do a 4-year program? Do I want to do a 2-year program? Or do I want to train? And the thing is, can I get in? And even if I can't get in the beginning, this is the other part. Making sure that your character, making sure that your conduct and the way that you carry yourself is of integrity and is presented well, because you are working with a community of people. And so the supervisors of those departments that you might desire to come get in, well, they're going to see you weekly, sometimes daily. And they need to see that you are a person of good standards, a person of good character, a person that they feel can represent their department well. And so not getting in on the first try, not getting in on the second try, continue to do things, continue to carry yourself well, continue to believe, and it eventually happens. But being a transporter, man, it opened me up to a lot of things. Like I said, getting to know the whole hospital, establishing the relationships with people in different departments, you know, and learning the intricacies of what they do, the details, the education, the background, things of that nature. Transport also helped me with gaining connections in regards to even in my own department. Because one thing about the hospital is a revolving door. And so people come in and people leave. You know, people, they go and they find better pasture in other places. Somewhere else they get paid. Well, you want to make those connections. You want to build that network, because those people know you and they know what your goal is. They know what you're trying to do. So when they go to different hospitals or whatever they go, now they can, you know, let you know, hey, such and such is hiring, you know, or hey, apply here. I just became a supervisor. I got promoted. So yeah, those connections are key, because even with me as being a DJ, having my rental car business, I've secured and did a lot of gigs for just people here at the hospital, just because they know me. They know that you know, I'm a fairly good person. You know, they feel comfortable with me, and people do business with people that they like. And so I've done, I don't know how many gigs from just knowing people here at the hospital. Same thing in rental car. People know that I rent cars, and they come to me, hey, I have this car went down, the mechanic, you have a car available? It's helped my business, and it's helped me get to the point where I'm at right now. Another thing in regards to networking and building connections is transporters are hands-on with patients, even patients, because unfortunately some of these patients come to the hospital quite frequently, you know, and so as a transporter you see them multiple times, and through these times of seeing them, you start to gain a connection with them. You start to know them. They'll start to, you know you by first name, and next thing you know, y'all built a connection. And so you can't take for granted the resource that these patients even can have. Like, it's patients being a transporter, man, you'll get tipped. You'll get surprised. Like, when you take a patient down to get discharged, they'll tip you. And some of them will tip you well. You know, they'll give you numbers. Hey, I have this going on. If you're looking to make extra money, I'm a business owner. All you gotta do is move some tables. I have like a interior decorating company. I need somebody to help move the tables and different equipment. If you can come in, I can pay you. These are all things that have been established and been presented, as a transporter. I had a person prophesize to me as a transporter one time. She prophesied that my first two boys, well, my first kids, my first children will be two boys, which has happened. And another thing she said was, she told me that at the time when she was telling me this, there was another job that I was going for, and I really thought that job was gonna come through, because I was in communication with the manager. The manager knew me, like he was keeping me updated on what's going on. This job, before they used to have it where they trained you on the job, then they changed that and started a program, like a little 2-year program. Well, the manager and a couple other people of hierarchy was trying to get it to where you can just get trained on the job again. And so me and a friend of mine, we were both like very intrigued and very interested in, seeing and getting about this job. And so I'm like, man, I can't wait to pull through. It was kind of time consuming because there was a lot of things that had to happen on his end that he was trying to work out. But anyway, the lady who prophesied to me, she was like, I know you're going for this job, and I know you're ready to kind of move around. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, but that job that's not the job you're gonna get. She's like, you're gonna get another job, and the other job is gonna be better. It's gonna fit for what you like. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm just hearing this and I'm amazed that, because I was praying, like when I got in transportation, my stepmom told me, she was like, when you get this job, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable with these chicks. And like I told you, I can speak from this point of view right now that it's entry-level money. At the time, when I wasn't really making nothing coming off the roof, I was making good money, because my view was very nearsighted of what, what good money was for me. And so she always told me, she was like, hey, don't get comfortable making this little money. It's a lot of things in the hospital that you can get promoted to and do, and just go out there and make yourself known, present yourself well, and see if you basically go out there and get promoted, go out there and find another job. And so that was always my goal. And so this lady, when she prophesied, she was telling me, she's like, yeah, it's gonna be another job and it's gonna be tailor fit for you. And one thing about me with transportation, I love working overtime because I wanted to see more of my money. And so fast forward, my first two kids with two boys, and I didn't get the job that I was gonna get. I got this job in cardiac support, which at the time, it let me work a lot of overtime. And I was getting paid a good base salary, to the point where I was good. It's another story I can tell on that. That'll be for another video. But like I said, the relationships and the connections that you establish, even with patience, can benefit you. And it's like this. In the word it says, do not despise humble beginnings. If you're a person who has been trying to get in the healthcare field, and maybe you're kind of rejecting jobs that are more of a lower grade than what you want, talk to God and see if that's really what you should be doing, because there could be a lot of positiveness and a benefit to you by taking those jobs. Because understand that you want to get in the career that your heart is set on, and that's the goal you made. And it's not that it won't happen, but there's sometimes another path that you may have to take to get there. And in that path, there comes these different resources and different lessons and attributes that will be gained by you from taking that way, opposed to just going straight there, And so I thank God that it went the way that it went. It was all led by Him. I had to make choices to do things and have faith, But man, it really exposed me to a lot of things that I had no idea about in the hospital. It exposed me to all that, and if I didn't work in the hospital, then I wouldn't be here where I'm at right now. So, man, this is just something to encourage you. And if it speaks to you, if you feel like this is a sign saying, hey, maybe I need to take that lower job just to get in, go ahead. Or if you don't know what you want to do, hey, maybe healthcare has been presented to you, man, check it out. I was never when I think of healthcare, I think of like science and like you have to be good at science, you gotta be good at math and all that type of stuff. Man, I wasn't good at none of that. I like business. That's one thing I like. I like history. I like athletics. I was not good at math or science or none of that. And here I am in the healthcare field, working a job where I know a lot about cardiovascular, cardiovascular system, the heart function and all this. You can learn anything. Your mind is capable of doing anything. You just gotta put the time in. First of all, you gotta believe. That's it. So, man, whoever this is for, I hope it helps. And all right.